It's the movie Casablanca. This movie is from 1942, so that's a long time ago. I think this might be the oldest film I've ever seen. Before let's watch the movie. Casablanca. This from Warner Bros.
Not everybody could get to Lisbon directly. Roundabout refugee trails sprang up. Paris to Marseille. There, the fortunate ones, through money or influence or land, from Lisbon to the New World. But the others wait in Casablanca.
2 German couriers carrying important official documents murdered on train from Oran. Murderer and possible accomplices headed for Casablanca for stolen document. Important.
Stolen document. Okay. They did not care. Got caught.
May you see your papers?
Really?
Possible that, yes. Here we are.
Papers expired 3 weeks ago. You have to come along.
Running around. He just shot him. An intense operation.
Can't even lift.
2 German couriers were come of Europe has gravitated to Casablanca. Some of them have been waiting years for a visa. Full of vultures everywhere.
Hello.
I left my wallet in the hotel.
What is it stolen? Plane.
It's very good to see you again, Major Stasser.
Thank you, thank you.
May I present Captain Renault, Police Prefect of Casablanca, Major Stasser.
Italian staff is at your command,
Very
Major.
kind of you.
Abbiamo grande piacere della sua presenza, signor Maggiore. Il nostro comando è sempre pronto di servirvi.
Ignore completely.
Oh, we Germans must get used to all climates, from Russia to the Sahara. I've already heard about this cafe and also about Mr. Rick himself.
Rick's Cafe. So far, I have no idea what this movie is about.
But diamonds are a drug on the market. Everybody sells diamonds. There are diamonds everywhere. 2,400.
Selling diamonds. Stop talking about each other.
Bring 15,000 francs in cash. Remember, in cash.
How much is there?
Do you ask Rick if he'll have a drink with us?
Madam, he never drinks with customers. Never.
Told him I ran the 2nd largest banking house in Amsterdam.
Second largest?
Yeah.
That wouldn't impress Rick.
Okay.
The leading bank.
Okay, Rick. So he's the boss. Playing chess. By himself. Wow.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private room.
You dare not keep me out of here.
Yes, what's the trouble?
Excuse me, please.
Hello, Rick.
The cash is good at the bar.
What? Do you know who I am? This is outrageous. I shall report it to the angry.
Outrageous.
But when you first came to Casablanca, I thought...
You thought what?
What right do I have to think?
So what?
May I? You are a very cynical person, Rick, if you forgive me for saying it. But think of all those poor refugees. But think of all the poor devils who can't beat the Renault's price. Oh, I get it for them for half. Well, Rick, after tonight, I'll be through with the whole business, and I'm leaving, finally, this Casablanca. You know what this is? Something
What's that?
you have never seen. Letters of transit, not be rescinded.
Letters of transit.
Tonight I'll be selling those for more money than even I have ever dreamed of. Somehow, just because you despise me, you are the only one I trust.
How long?
Oh, perhaps an hour, perhaps a little longer.
An hour?
If you'll forgive me, I'll share my good luck with your roulette wheel.
Just a moment. Couriers were carrying letters of transit.
It's not good. Yeah, Romano.
Yes, you're right, Ugarte. I am a little more impressed with you.
Who's unlucky?
Singing.
Hello, Rick.
Hello, Ferrari.
I'd like to buy your cafe.
It's not for sale.
Haven't heard my offer.
Suppose you run your business and let me run mine. Double what I pay you.
Yeah, but I ain't got time to spend the money I make here.
Yeah.
Where were you last night?
That's so long ago, I don't remember.
Will I see you tonight?
I never make plans that far ahead.
Sasha, fill it up.
Yvonne, I love you, but he pays me.
Rick and Stick and take your hands off
Well,
me.
you're going home. You've had a little too much to drink.
Yeah.
And come right back.
Yes, boss.
Maybe she's his wife, maybe.
How extravagant you are, throwing away women like that.
And more.
Salute. Then,
What in heaven's name brought you to Casablanca?
My health. I can't came to Casablanca for the waters.
Oui, Monsieur Rick, but the gentleman inside has won 20,000 francs. And the cashier would like some money. I'm so upset, Monsieur Rick.
And to be here when we make the arrest. A little demonstration of the efficiency of my administration.
I see. And what's Strasser doing
Yes,
here?
sir.
Perhaps not.
Here you are.
It shall not happen again.
That's all right.
Your word of advice.
Yeah?
Nice.
Thank you. Rick, there are many exit visas sold in this cafe, but we know that you've never sold one. We'll offer a fortune to anyone who'll furnish you with an exit visa.
What's his name?
Victor Laszlo.
Victor Laszlo.
Rick, that is the first time I've ever seen you so impressed. Laszlo must never reach America.
From a concentration camp, the Nazis have been chasing him all over Europe.
This is the end of the
Why two?
He is traveling with a lady.
It'll take
Lady.
I think certainly won't leave her in Casablanca.
Whatever gave you the impression that I might be interested in helping Laszlo escape?
Because, my dear Ricky, I set heart a sentimentalist. Oh, long, you ran guns to Ethiopia. In 1936, you fought in Spain on the loyalist side.
And got well paid for it on both occasions.
My dear Ricky, you overestimate the influence of the Gestapo. I don't
That's my name.
2 guards at every door. In a few minutes, you'll see the arrest of the man who murdered your couriers.
Party continue.
Yes?
But the
Will you
kind.
please come with me? May I first please kiss my chips?
There's a lot of cards. Yeah. So I get a ton of events.
Rick, hide me. Do something. You must help me, Rick. When they come to get me, Rick, I hope you'll be more of a help.
I'd stick my neck out for nobody. I'm sit down and have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. All right, Sam?
Okay.
That never happen again.
What is your nationality?
I'm a drunkard.
And that makes Rick a sort of
New York.
Well, there are certain sections of New York, Major, that I wouldn't advise you to try to invade.
Rick is completely neutral about it.
Neutral.
And that takes in the field of women, too.
We have a complete dossier on you.
That's it.
You have no sympathy for the fox, huh?
Not particularly. I understand the point of view of the hound, too.
I admit he's very clever. 3 times he slipped through our fingers. In Paris, he continued his activity.
When your business is politics, mine is running a saloon.
Good evening, Mr. Blaine.
Dressing
See,
in
Major, you have
politics.
nothing.
Mr. Laszlo.
Yes, Monsieur Laszlo. Right this way.
Victor Laszlo. Behind it seemed to be so.
I feel somehow we shouldn't stay here.
If you would walk out so soon, it would only call attention to us.
The ring is quite unique.
Chilling the ring.
Oh, yes, I'm very interested.
Is that like some sort of symbol?
I'll meet you in a few minutes at the bar. No, I don't think we want to buy the ring, but thank you for showing it to us.
Such a bargain. But that is your decision.
There's some hidden
Laszlo is
going
not.
on.
I was informed you were the most beautiful woman ever to visit Casablanca. That was a gross understatement.
You're very kind.
They put it on the bill, I tear up the bill. It is very convenient.
What?
Well, if I were a woman and I were not around, I should be in love with Rick. But what
Really?
Now you are a subject of the German Reich.
I've never accepted that privilege.
Then we shall state another time and another place. Tomorrow at 10 in the prefect's office. Will, mademoiselle.
Tomorrow?
to say it is my request. That is a much more pleasant word. Very clever tactical retreat, Major.
Singer and guitarist.
The ring, could I see it again?
Yes. Monsieur?
Champagne cocktail, please. Looking for a man by the name of Ugarte. He's supposed to help me.
Ugarte?
He's under arrest for murder. He was arrested here tonight.
Yeah.
If you will come...
Monsieur. Could you ask the piano player to come over here, please?
Very well, mademoiselle. No, 2 champagne cocktails, please.
Yes.
Been a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
They know each other.
A lot of water under the bridge.
Where is Rick?
I don't know. I ain't seen him all night.
Will he be back?
Lying.
Not, he ain't coming. He went home.
Used to be a much better liar, sir.
Leave him alone, Miss Elsa.
Play it once, Sam.
Hmm.
For all time's sake. Play as time goes by.
Yes, time goes by.
Sing it, Sam.
You must, time goes by.
Sure.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
They better play this. They know each other too.
May I present...
Hello, sir.
Hello, Rick.
Oh, you've already met Rick, mademoiselle.
Honest for a drink.
Oh, no, Rick, never.
Thanks, I will.
Well, a precedent is being broken.
Yeah.
The last time we met...
Was La Bella Roar.
Oh, nice, you remembered. I was marched into Paris.
Not an easy day. You're becoming quite human. I suppose we have to thank you for that.
Oh, let me my party.
Another president gone. This has been a very interesting evening.
Still nobody in the world who can play as time goes by like Sam.
I know why that song is banned in this memory.
Tomorrow at 10 at the prefect office.
We'll be there.
Good night.
Yeah, close the shop. Someone's coming. Now he's drinking.
Boss? Boss?
Yeah?
In the near future?
No.
You ever going to bed?
No.
Asking a series of questions.
Boss, let's get out of here.
Waiting for a lady.
Please, boss, let's
Lady?
go.
I know she's coming back.
Go fishing and stay away until she's gone.
Shut up and go home, will you?
No, sir.
Well, he seems to be in great danger.
In all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. Stop it. You know what I want to hear.
No, don't.
You played it for her, you play it for me.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I can.
Play it.
Yeah, same song.
Yes, boss.
Yeah, that's best.
Who are you really, and what were you before?
We said no question.
Drinking wine
Kid is
together.
looking
Dancing together.
Well, I'm so lucky. Why I should find you waiting for me to come along.
There is no other man in my life.
There was.
He's dead.
Then.
Take care of all our questions.
Zaman sẽ come again.
Français, Parisiens, Allemands seront demain dans la capitale.
Another Thursday at the latest. They'll be in Paris. I'm on that blacklist already. Their roll of honor.
Blacklist.
Before you let the Germans drink it.
This sort of takes the sting out of being occupied.
He's looking at you, kid.
Franzosen, Einwohner von Paris.
The German's a little rusty.
It's the Gestapo. They're telling us how to act when they come marching in.
Yeah.
Cannon fire.
Cannon already.
Or is it my heart pounding?
Getting closer every minute.
Germans will be here pretty soon now, and they'll come looking for you.
I know so very little about you.
I know very little about you.
And you must leave Paris.
No. We must leave. I'll
But
pick you up at your
they never
hotel at
left.
Things to do in the city before I leave.
There's an excuse.
4:45.
So they never made up. Idiot.
That's too far ahead to plan.
Hey, what's wrong, kid?
I love you so much. And I hate this war so much. Oh, and wherever I'll be, I want you to know that.
It's nice.
Kiss me as if it were the last.
She didn't come.
She checked out of the hotel, but this note came just after you left.
The note I go with you. I'm expecting away.
Come on, Miss Richard, come on.
She's here.
Rick, I have to talk to you.
Why did you have to come to Casablanca? There are other places. Funny about your voice, how it hasn't changed. I can still hear it. Get on a train together and never stop.
Don't, Rick.
What's the story behind this?
I didn't count the days.
Well, I did. Guy standing on a station platform in the rain with a comical look on his face because his insides had been kicked out.
She met a man about whom she had heard her whole life. A very great and courageous man. Worshipped him. With the feeling she supposed was love.
Yes, it's very pretty. I heard a story once. As a matter of fact, I've heard a lot of stories of mine. Who was it you left me for? Was it Laszlo, or were there others in between?
Oh no. she didn't explain the story.
The letters of transit with Mr. Blaine. I would suggest you search the cafe immediately and thoroughly. It was that he's just another blundering American. As to Laszlo, we want him watched 24 hours a day.
It may interest you.
Thank you. Very well, Laszlo, we will not mince words. You're an escaped prisoner of the Reich. So, Sir Captain, would you think it is possible that Laszlo will receive a visa?
I'm afraid not.
No visa.
Is that all you wish to tell us?
Don't be in such a hurry. You have all the time in the world. You may
Really?
be in Casablanca indefinitely. You will furnish me with their names and their exact whereabouts. You will have your visa in the morning.
And the honor of having served the Third Reich.
And what if you track down these men and kill them? What if you murdered all of us?
Well, there's one exception. No one could take your place in the event anything unfortunate should occur to you while you were trying to escape.
Any violation of neutrality would reflect on Captain Renault.
Monsieur, insofar as it is in my power.
Thank you. I speak to him now.
You would find the conversation a trifle one-sided.
One-sided?
Senor Ugarte is dead.
Yeah.
Die trying to escape.
Are you quite finished with us?
Undoubtedly, their next step will be to the black market.
You will find him over there at the Blue Parrot.
Thanks.
Look it up.
Send my shipment over, it's always just a little bit short.
Carrying charges, my boy, carrying charges.
Fat hypocrite, you don't feel any sorrier for Ugarte than I do.
No one knows where those letters of transit are.
Letters.
The proposition for whoever has those letters. I'll handle the entire transaction. Get rid of the letters, take all the risk for a small percentage. I'll put my cards on the table. I think you know where those letters are.
No, he knows.
Confidence, you need a partner.
Excuse me, I'll be getting back.
He doesn't want any partner.
You will not find a treasure like this in all Morocco, mademoiselle. Only 700 francs. For friends of Rick's, we have a small discount. Did I say 700 francs? You can have it for
200 again.
Friends of Rick's, we have a special discount.
100.
100 francs.
Thank you. I'm really not interested.
Please, 1 minute, please.
Tell me now, I'm reasonably sober.
Sober.
I don't think I will, Rick.
Why not?
Oh,
After
come
all, I
on.
got stuck.
The one who looked at me with such hatred.
Really?
I'll be leaving Casablanca soon and we'll never see each other again.
Oh no.
Not last night.
Did you run out on me because you couldn't take it, because you knew what it would be like? Hiding from all the same, someday you'll lie to Laszlo. You'll be there.
No, Rick. No, you see, Victor Laszlo is my husband.
Husband?
Even when I knew you in Paris.
What? You've been sitting on his husband.
You mean for me to go on alone?
Visa?
And only alone. Be frank, monsieur. It would take a miracle to get you out of Casablanca. And the
Only interested in 2 visas, senor.
Please.
2 visas?
No, Victor, no.
It's only 1 visa.
If I had to stay and there were only visa for 1, would you take it?
Yes, I would.
I had trouble getting out of Lille. When I was sick in Marseille and held you up for 2 weeks, why didn't you leave me then?
I love you very much, Ilsa. President will go on looking for 2 exit visas. Thank you very much.
Those letters were not found on Ugarte when they arrested him. Ugarte left those letters with Monsieur Rick.
Rick. This is a dangerous place full of vultures. Vultures. I'm sorry.
Well, drinking. I'm very pleased with you. Now you're beginning to live like a Frenchman. Have you got those letters of transit?
No. One minute. What did you say? I will make it my business.
I think.
I don't like disturbances in my place. You either lay off politics or get out.
It's too dangerous if you let him go. It may be too dangerous if you let him stay.
I see what you mean.
Our leaving for America tomorrow.
Oh, thank you very much. I thought you would ask me, so I brought the good bread.
We're leaving for America.
To America.
To America. You will get along beautifully in America.
Monsieur Rick,
Yes?
could I speak to you for just a moment, please?
How'd you get in here? You're underage.
I came with Captain Ray. Is he trustworthy? Is his word?
Oh, just a minute. Who told you to ask me that?
He did. Oh, of course, he's losing.
How long have you been married?
8 weeks.
And so you decided to go to America?
Yes, but we have not much money, and he tells me he can give us an exit visa. But we have no money. Oh. Monsieur, someone loved you very much, so that your happiness was the only thing that she wanted in the world.
Go back to Bulgaria.
Oh, but if you knew what it means to us to leave Europe, to get to America.
Yes, well, everybody in Casablanca has problems. Yours may work out. You'll excuse me.
Thank you, monsieur.
There again.
Good evening. Ball, table 30. Play as time goes by. I believe that's your favorite tune. You tried 22 tonight? I said 22.
22.
Centré, la partie continue. 22.
He's winning.
Leave it there.
Marque dans les jeux, mesdames. 22, noir, pair et part.
Cash it in and don't come back.
And that's paper.
Pair et part.
Monsieur Rick.
Just a lucky guy.
I don't think so. That's nice of him.
You'll be there at 6. I'll be there at 10. It's very strange that you won. Well, maybe not so strange.
What's going on?
Well, you crazy Russian.
But a rank sentimentalist.
Yeah, why?
It's rather confidential, what I have to say.
Confidential?
I'm not interested in politics. The problems of the world are not in my department.
You ran guns to Ethiopia. You fought against the fascists in Spain.
What of it?
You appreciate an offer of 100,000 francs.
I appreciate it, but I don't accept it.
I'll raise it to 200,000.
My friends, you could make it 1,000,000 francs or 3. My answer would still be the same, just that you ask your wife.
I beg your pardon?
I said...
Playing the piano.
Play La Marseillaise. Play it.
Okay. Really? The music combined to it,
You see what I mean? If Laszlo's presence in a cafe can inspire this unfortunate, this place be shut up at once. Fine. The place is to be closed.
But I've no excuse to close it.
Find one.
This cafe is closed until further notice.
What?
We're shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
Really?
Occupied France.
Under safe conduct from me. It's possible the French authorities will find a reason to put him in the concentration camp. That in Casablanca, human life is cheap. Good night, mademoiselle.
Yep. What I think?
Our faithful friend is still there. Shall I remain here in our hotel room hiding? Or shall I carry on the best I can?
Why don't you tell me about Rick? What did you find out?
But no intention of selling them. One would think if Sandy suggested I ask you.
Ask me.
Yes, he said, ask your wife.
There you go.
And I was in a concentration camp. Were you lonely in Paris?
Yes.
I love you very much, my dear.
Good night.
I'm going again.
Well, you are in...
How long can I afford to stay closed?
2 weeks, maybe 3.
Well, maybe I won't have to.
2 weeks.
Good night, Mr. Rich.
Richard, I had to see
Well,
you.
there's Richard again. We're back in Paris.
Please.
As long as I have those letters, I'll never be lonely.
You can ask any price you want, but you must give me those letters.
I went all through that with you again. What a great man your husband is. What an important... I'm the only cause I'm interested in.
Okay.
I wouldn't bring up Paris if I were you. It's poor salesmanship.
Please listen to me. One woman has hurt you, and you take your revenge on the rest of the world. You're a coward and weakling.
Really?
I'm sorry, but you are our last hope.
I'm going to die in Casablanca. It's a good spot for it.
Gone. Oh.
All right.
Don't have to. I got them right here.
Put them on the table.
No.
Uh-oh.
Means so much to you, you won't stop at anything. All right.
Oh,
I'll make it
okay.
easy and shoot. You'll be doing me a favor.
I think she wants it.
That you are out of my life.
No. So they got actor.
If you knew what I went through. If you knew how much I loved you.
And then?
It wasn't long after we were married that Victor went back to Czechoslovakia. He was dead, shot, trying to escape. I was lonely. I had nothing, not even hope.
Why weren't you honest with me? Why did you keep your marriage a secret?
Victor wanted it that way.
And when did you first find out he was alive?
Just before you and I were to leave Paris together, a friend came and told me that Victor was alive.
Yeah.
I knew you wouldn't have left Paris and the Gestapo would have caught you, so Well, you know the rest.
Still a story without an ending.
Ending.
What about Laszlo?
Oh, you'll help him now, Richard, won't you? You'll see that he gets out. And then he'll have his work, all that he's been living for.
He won't have you.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't fight it anymore. You have to think for both of us.
All right.
I wish I didn't love you so much.
Love them.
Okay.
Yes. The police break up our meeting, Eric. We escaped in the last moment.
He forgot.
Yes, I come. I will do it.
3 of them are there. But one.
Had a close one, eh?
Yes, rather. Like a man who's trying to convince himself of something he doesn't believe in his heart. Each of us has a destiny. For instance, that you're in love with a woman. It's perhaps a strange circumstance that we both should be in love with the same woman. The first evening I came here, ask only one thing. He won't give me the letters of transit. All right. Use the letters to take her away from Casablanca. Yes, I love her that much.
We have a warrant for your arrest.
On what charge?
Captain Renault will discuss that with you later.
By any chance you were to help him to escape?
What makes you think I'd stick my neck out for Laszlo?
Two, you got the letters of transit. Now, don't bother to deny it.
Yes, I have the letters. I intend using them myself.
You can fill in your name and hers and leave any time you please. Why are you still interested in what happens to Laszlo?
People have been held in Casablanca in spite of their legal rights.
What makes you think we want to hold you?
If instead of this petty charge you have against him, you could get something really big, something that would chuck him in a concentration camp for years.
Germany, Vichy would be very grateful.
I'll arrange to have Laszlo come there to pick up the letters of transit, and that'll give you the criminal grounds on which to make the arrest. You get him, and we get away. And just any woman.
I see. How do I know you'll keep your end of the bargain? Ricky, I'm going to miss you.
And by the way, call off your watchdogs when you let them go. I don't want them around this afternoon.
To get out of Casablanca and go to America. You're a lucky man.
Despite order of the police.
Late. I was informed just as Laszlo was about to leave the hotel, so I knew I'd be on time.
You better wait in my office. Please trust me.
Blaine, I don't know how to thank you.
I'll save it. We've still lots of things to do. Good. I've got the letters right here, all made out in blank. All you have to do is fill in the signatures.
Victor Laszlo, you're under arrest. Oh, you're surprised about my friend Ricky. The explanation is quite simple. Love, it seems, has triumphed over virtue.
Not so fast, Louis. There.
Put that gun down.
If you take one more step.
Under the circumstances, I suppose you know what you're doing, but I wonder if you realize what this means.
Gun is pointed right at your heart.
That is my least vulnerable spot.
There
were 2 letters of transit for the Lisbon plane. There's to be no trouble about them.
Wrong guy.
Good.
Hello?
My
car, quickly.
Certainly, Rick. Anything you say. Find Mr. Laszlo's luggage and put it on the plane.
Yes, sir. This way, please.
Names are Mr. and Mrs. Victor Laszlo.
But why my name, Richard?
Because you're getting on that plane.
I don't
get safely away.
No, Richard, no. What has happened to your last...
You're getting on that plane with Victor where you belong.
But, Richard, no, I'm...
9 chances out of 10, we'd both wind up at a concentration camp. Isn't that true, Louis?
I'm afraid, mate,
you want them to be happy.
With Victor.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. We got it back last night. I've got a job to do, too. Well, it doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. She was at my place last night when you were. She came there for the letters of transit, isn't that true? She did her best to convince me that she was still in love with me.
I appreciate it. This time I know our side will win.
Yes, I'm ready.
Well, I was right. You are a sentimentalist.
Here you are. Anyway, thanks for helping me out.
I suppose you know this isn't going to be very pleasant for either of us.
Then as the plane goes, Louis.
Mr. Laszlo is on that plane.
Would advise you not to interfere.
I was willing to shoot Captain Renault, and I'm willing to shoot you. Put it down.
Some quick love.
Round up the usual suspects. You're not only a sentimentalist, but you've become a patriot. Might be a good idea for you to disappear from Casablanca for a while.
Doesn't make any difference about our bet. You still owe me 10,000 francs. Think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Something. It was actually a good movie. Rick is just a nice guy. About let them go. All he cares about is a woman who's in love with him. They want to be happy and together. That is nothing. A bit of time is a little bit like if you have an sense of